W8VPV. Repeater. W8VPV. Repeater. Net.
Good evening, and welcome to the Call the Falls Amateur Radio Club's Monday evening transmission of Amateur Radio Newsline. My name is Russ, and my call is KDA-BYT. But for this presentation of Newsline, I will be using the club call Whiskey 8 Victor Papa Victor. Without further ado, this is Amateur Radio Newsline.
Amateur Radio Newsline report number 2404 with a release date of Friday, November 24th, 2023. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. The following is a QST. Radio waves may be used to help diagnose climate issues. A launch of the first pink satellite in space. And can you turn a can of ham into an antenna? All this and more as Amateur Radio Newsline report number 2404 comes your way right now.
From around the world, this is Newsline, Amateur Radio's independent, on-the-air news and bulletin service. Now, reporting from Union, Kentucky, here's Neil at WB9 VPG.
Our top story this week asks the question, can radio waves help diagnose climate issues? A team of researchers says yes. And Kent Peterson, KC0DGY, tells us what else they're saying.
The atmosphere has a message for us, and it's possible we may be able to receive it thanks to the 6G networks of the future. This next generation form of telecommunications is already being eyed for cellular deployment. But its range from 100 gigahertz into the terahertz frequencies positions it for another unintended use. According to an article in the IEEE spectrum, waves utilized by 6G are easily absorbed by gases in the atmosphere. As such, scientists may be able to use the radio waves to discern what kind of atmospheric gases are present, especially the kind that imperil the well-being of the planet and those who live on it. The Spectrum article quoted from a research paper in the journal IEEE Network, in which Boston researcher Joseph Journet suggests that because different molecules absorb electromagnetic radiation differently, scientists can employ 6G transmissions in much the same way spectroscopy can be used to identify which molecules are present and what their concentration is. Journet, in fact, calls it over-the-air spectroscopy. Although 6G networks are not yet ready for prime time, the study's authors believe dual-purpose 6G networks of the future could have immense benefits. This is Kent Peterson, KC0DGY.
A new satellite inspired by a Slovakian businessman's daughter is a family-friendly CubeSat with an educational mission, and it's the first pink satellite to be sent into orbit. Jeremy Boot, G4NGH, introduces us.
Slovakian businessman Boris Prochik is not just the father of a little girl named Veronica, he's also the father of a pink nano-satellite of the same name. The amateur radio satellite was launched recently as part of the SpaceX mission aboard a Falcon 9 rocket after a successful build by Space Manic, a spin-off of the Slovak Organization for Space Activities. Those involved in the mission have declared the 1U CubeSat to be the first family-inspired satellite and certainly the first one that was built in the color pink. Its features include a CW beacon and a digipeater. The download frequency is 436.680 MHz. Amateur Radio Club OM3KSI is operating the satellite and assisting with its various goals, which include getting grammar and high school students involved in receiving its transmissions, which will include special messages in CW and AX25 packet radio. The Prague Observatory and Planetarium Planetum will also share the educational use of the little satellite. This is Jeremy Bucci for NJH.
A Chicago area broadcast veteran and an active radio amateur has become a silent key. We hear about him from Andy Morrison, K9AWM. Warren Brand, K9KEJ, didn't just use radio as a licensed amateur. Listeners in the Chicago area knew him as Mike Jackson, an outspoken outdoorsman who hosted a radio program and wrote a column for more than 2 decades for the Daily Herald.
He also spent a half-century working in radio and TV. According to his page on QRZ.com, his love of radio began with ham radio in the 1950s when he was growing up in Chicago. As a radio professional, he hosted a conservative-leaning radio talk show that was broadcast at WCGO AM and live-streamed on the station's webpage, as well as his own personal Mike Jackson webpage. An accomplished fisherman, he was inducted into the Freshwater Fishing Hall of Fame in 2011 as a legendary communicator. Orrin Brand died on Wednesday, November 15th at the age of 79. This is Amy Morrison, K9AWM.
There's nothing like planning ahead, and on one Pennsylvania University campus, the Ham Radio Club is planned well for the next solar eclipse, as we hear from Cell MB KB3 TZD.
The amateur radio station at the University of Scranton has a new shack that will feature a panoramic look of the Pennsylvania city whose name the school carries. But the best, most crowd-pleasing view will come not from looking out the floor-to-ceiling windows, but rather the new 40-foot tower and HF multiband antenna installed there earlier this month on the campus. Amateur station W3USR will be ready to get on the air, and even more importantly, will be working to provide a unique view of its own in April when the sun enters a total eclipse over North America. Campus hams will be participating in the work of HamSci, the citizen science research organization that has been assisting NASA's studies of how solar eclipses, such as the annular eclipse in October, affect the ionosphere and radio propagation. The installation was funded with the help of private donations and an amateur radio digital communications grant earlier this year of almost $200,000 provided to physics and electrical engineering professor Nathaniel Frissell, W2NAS, the creator of HamSci. Of course, the collegiate amateurs will be keeping a close eye on terrestrial goings-on as well. The station also has VHF, UHF, satellite, and microwave capability, and can be part of the local emergency response network as well. Nathaniel, the club's advisor, has already helped many of the students receive the necessary emergency response training with the Luzerne County Emergency Communication Agency. This is LMB, KB3, TZD.
The Ham Radio Workbench podcast is fast approaching its 200th show, and it's going to celebrate on December 3rd with a big Herwablota. No, I didn't just mispronounce another really large word. That's what the organizers are calling the event. It's short for Ham Radio Workbenches on the Air. The hosts are marking the occasion with a 4-hour activation on HF, DMR, and All-Star that allows listeners to make contacts with each of the presenters and to score points. Be listening between 1800 UTC and 2200 UTC. No one's looking to make this difficult. If you work at least 2 hosts, you get a certificate of participation. There are bigger certificates too. See details on the website hrwbota.com. Imagine being missing from your family for 24 years. An alert amateur radio operator in India was able to end one man's long absence from home by simply keeping his eyes open, asking questions, and yes, using his radio. We hear the details from Jim Meacham, ZL2BHF.
It was not an amateur radio contact, but a visit to a T-bin door at a bus station that led hams in West Bengal to bring a former military engineer and his family together after the man went missing 24 years ago. The family had last seen him when he was 44 years old and his son was 15. According to news reports, the father disappeared while en route home to Uttar Pradesh from a military camp in Assam, where he had been posted with the military's Engineering Services Department. According to a report on the Statesman website, the family was so certain that he had died in 2006 that they held a funeral ritual for him. His son, Raj Kumar, told local news media that in spite of that, he and his 2 sisters never gave up hope that they would see their father again. The man's wife, however, died a year and a half ago as the search for him continued. The secretary of the West Bengal Club, Ambrash Biswar, VU2JFA, told the Statesman that he had spotted a man repeatedly during his frequent visits to a TV door at a bus station during the past few months. He began inquiring about the elderly man, who apparently had only limited information about his family and their whereabouts.
The ham shared with his own club what little information he could gather about the man's connections to Uttar Pradesh. West Bengal Hams contacted Hams in Uttar Pradesh and they located the man's remaining family members. As Newsline went to production, the Hams were working with local authorities to have the man return home. This is Jim Meacham, ZL2BHF.
Time for you to identify your station. We are the Amateur Radio Newsline, heard on bulletin stations around the world, including D-Star Reflector 91C at 7:30 p.m. Melbourne, Australian time on Wednesdays, or 0830 UTC. If you'd like to have a QSO with a prominent award winner or a whole bunch of them, now is the time to fire up your rig as we hear from Jason Daniels, VK2LAW.
The name D.T. Krinkle, Ernest Teodorovich Krinkle, is well known for his wide range of contributions to amateur radio, including his notable Arctic and Antarctic expeditions. The HF spectrum was his well-used tool for communication, experimentation and inspiration. There are 213 recipients of the E.T. Krinkle Medal, which was created to recognise individuals, organisations and other entities whose involvement in amateur radio exemplifies the polish and devotion of Krinkle, who became a silent key in 1971. This year, on the 120th anniversary of his birth, the Krinkle Medal Committee has introduced a certificate that amateur radio stations and shortwave listeners can earn by making contact with or giving a reception report for as many medal recipients as possible worldwide. Each confirmed contact is worth 10 points, and a minimum of 120 points is required. A bonus of 50 points will be awarded for any shortwave or amateur radio contact with RK3F, the radio station of the Central Museum of Amateur Radio in Moscow. Points will be doubled for any contact or shortwave reception with medal recipients on Krinkle's birthday, December 24th, the official day of remembrance for Krinkle. This is Jason Daniels, VK2LAW.
Congratulations to Jeff Delusne, KB9QG, Vice President of the Northeastern Indiana Amateur Radio Association, who was awarded the ARRL Technical Services Award. The award recognizes his ongoing work with the repair and maintenance of the radios and equipment at the club, where he keeps the antennas tuned and, when needed, rebuilt. He also customizes equipment for the club's needs when necessary. In addition, Jeff is responsible for training new hams and assisting others with upgrading their licenses. He was given the award by the ARRL Central Division Director, Carl Lutzelschwab, K9LA. Hams throughout IARU Region 1 are setting aside a day to celebrate radio's growing accessibility for persons with disabilities. Jeremy Boot, G4NJH, tells us how to get involved.
The United Nations has declared the 3rd of December to be the International Day of Persons with Disabilities. Organisers in Region 1 of the International Amateur Radio Union have been busy coordinating events for member societies. This is a day to recognise and celebrate the accessibility that amateur radio provides to everyone, either through special equipment designed to be used by hams with various disabilities, or recognising nets organised by disabled amateurs. Activities on this day celebrate the inclusion that radio offers, despite many individuals' personal challenges. The Region 1 coordinator, Riri, OD5RI, told Newsline in an email that many member societies will be participating by getting on the air with special call signs. There will also be other on-air events to raise awareness of the ongoing need for ham radio to be an inclusive community. Individual operators and member societies will be honoured for their participation. Riri said the activities support the global programme's sustainable development goals, which include the removal of inequality. This is Jeremy Boot, G4NJH.
In the world of news, listen to Missouri VG3DC operating as 5B4AQW until the 28th of November. He will participate in the CQ Worldwide DXCW contest on November 25th and 26th as P3D. QSL via his home call. Listen for DBUD RA9USU using the the call sign 7073T on Socotra Island, IOTA number AF028, until the 28th of November. He's operating mainly CW with some FT8 and will participate in the CQ Worldwide CW contest. See QRZ.com for QSL details. The Radio Club de Lion F8KLY will be on the air as TM1AB from the 25th of November to the 9th of December. The club is marking the 100-year anniversary of the first transatlantic amateur two-way contact between Leon Deloy, F8AB, and Fred Schnell, 1MO, on the 28th of November in 1923. For details, see QRZ.com. Keith, GM4YXI, and Chris, GM3WOJ, are in the Shetland Islands, IOTA number EU012. They will participate in the CQ Worldwide DXCW contest as GS7V. Before and after the contest, listen for them operating as GS2MP. See QRZ.com for QSL details. For our final story, we ask, what can you do with a can of ham? Well, you can make a sandwich for one thing, or you can make a contact on a local repeater. John Williams, VK4JJW, explains.
Viewers of his YouTube channel, Ham Radio Rookie, now know that Ben Eady, VE6SFX, has become a man with a can and a plan. The can once contained ham, and the plan for the can was grand. Ben first ate the ham, washed the can, and got to his plan. He turned it into an antenna. That's right, an antenna. It was Ben's latest experiment on his channel's new feature called Will It Ham? The 7-minute video shows him attaching a PVC pipe, adding a few 3D printed pieces to the assembly, and putting a jumper on it to turn it into a slot antenna. After finding a likely feed point, he checks it with a nano VNA and declares it beautifully resonant on 70 centimeters and ready for a radio check on a local repeater with the help of a friend. He tells his friend, I'm talking to you via a can of ham, and the good signal report that comes back is clearly no baloney. His friend asks, would the antenna be as resonant if the ham was still inside? That's a question Ben could surely sink his teeth into. Meanwhile, he tells YouTube viewers that he's in search of other possible projects that are too absurd for anyone else to do. What's in his future? Perhaps he'll turn a tin of tuna into a tuna. This is John Williams, VK4JJW.
If you have a piece of amateur radio news that you think Newsline would be interested in, send it on. We're not talking about advertising your club's upcoming Hamfest or field day participation, but something that is out of the ordinary. If so, send us a brief overview via the contact page at arnewsline.org. If it's newsworthy and we would like to cover it, we'll get back to you for more details. Meanwhile, if you're feeling even a little bit poetic, visit our website to learn more about the Amateur Radio Newsline Haiku Challenge. Use the entry form on our website, and please follow the rules for writing your 3-line haiku, and be sure to check out our previous winners. With thanks to Amateur Radio Daily, AMSAT News Service, ARRL, Bob Josui, WA3, PZO, the Chicago Sun-Times, CQ Magazine, David BR, K7DB, the DeKalb County Star, FCC, 425DX News, Hackaday, Hapali, KC9RP, the IEEE Statesman, Crinkle Metal Committee, QRZ.com, Riri Azrak, OD5RI, the Royal News, ShortwaveRadio.de, Space Manic, the Statesman, the Times of India, Wireless Institute of Australia, YouTube, and your listeners. That's all from the Amateur Radio Newsline. We remind our listeners that Amateur Radio Newsline is an all-volunteer, non-profit organization that incurs expenses for its continued operation. If you wish to support us, please visit our website at arnewsline.org and know that we appreciate you all. We also remind our listeners that if you like our newscast, please leave us a 5-star rating wherever you subscribe to us. For now, with Karen E. Murray, KD2GUT at the news desk in New York, and our news team worldwide, I'm Neil Rapp, WB9BCG, in Union, Kentucky, saying 7-3, and as always, we thank you for listening. Amateur Radio Newsline is copyright 2023, all rights reserved.
Amateur Radio Newsline. Set to start in about 9 minutes.
W8VPV. Repeater.
Good evening, calling all amateur radio operators. Welcome to the Cuyahoga Falls Amateur Radio Club Monday night VHF UHF net. My name is Frank. My call is W8ECT. However, for the purposes of this net, I'll be using a club call Whiskey 8 Victor Papa Victor. At this point, let me interject that I have been sick most of last week. I missed Thanksgiving at home in bed. You can hear it in my voice, and I have no idea how long my voice will last, so if either John or somebody else in there could step up if I can't continue on, I'll do the best I can here, but just stand by. Back to the script. This is an open directed net. All amateur radio operators are invited and encouraged to check in. You do not have to be a club member. All traffic will go through net control, and since emergency traffic may break in at any time, please leave a brief pause between transmissions.
W8VPV. Repeater.
of this net is to bring together all amateur radio operators for the exchanging of amateur-related ideas and information, to enhance net operating practices, and to keep members up to date about club happenings. This net meets here every Monday evening at 8:30 p.m. local time, preceded by Amateur Radio Newsline at 8:01. We'll start with some announcements, then ask for check-ins from any officer or member with important announcements or announcements of general interest to the club. Once that's complete, we'll take check-ins 5 at a time by call sign. Just give me your call. If I recognize it, I'll get back to you, let you know your name, and then eventually get around to working it. When I get done with 5, we'll work another 5 and repeat that until we get done. I'll then repeat the announcements, put out one more call for check-ins, and then wrap up the net. If you're a regular participant, I'll recognize you by name, by call sign. If you're new, please give me your call repeated phonetically, followed by your name and location. All right, that's really about it. We also have a band explorations in a net, testing out HF gear and 6-meter gear. Tonight's net will be on 80 meters, somewhere around 3.827. It was busy when I looked, so we'll have to see what happens there. Let me get on to the announcements. We'll take a brief pause. All right, as the year comes to a close, there remains but one club event, our annual Christmas dinner. This year's dinner will be held at New Eve Cafe, New Era Cafe, 10 Maslin Road, Akron, Ohio, 44312. If you're a member of, for instance, ALUG, the Linux user group, Akron Linux user group, or a number of organizations that meet there, you're familiar with the place. We did the Christmas party there last year, and it was very good food with Eastern European flair. All right, it's scheduled for Wednesday, December 6th. Socializing starts at 6 p.m. with dinner ordered from the menu about 6:30. At the completion of dinner, we expect the presentation to start about 7:30 p.m. Presentation will be, our speaker will be Dr. Max Grubb. He's a YSU professor and Silver Lake resident. The topic of his presentation will be History of Radio Operations with a focus on the Akron area. So what was radio like in the 30s and the 40s and the 50s in the Akron area? All right, looking ahead to next year, there are plans to de-emphasize our business meetings and emphasize more activity meetings and activity events. We're lining up a bunch of technical programs focusing on antennas, and there'll be several hands-on build projects probably in the first half of the year, so stay tuned. Should have a lot of fun there. Other related topics are going to include antenna modeling, understanding a vector network analyzer, a remarkable piece of hardware that has gone from $15,000 to $25,000 to as cheap as $50 that almost everybody can afford. And look at even the very scary topic of antenna impedance, and we're going to try to look at it from a new perspective so that it's not that bad. All right, we're done with our ham exams this year. They'll start again in January. I don't have the date yet. There will be no ham exams from our club in December. There are other clubs still giving ham exams, so if you need one, go to the ARRL website and see what you can find. We will start our online Zoom class for the general exam starting January 14th. That's a Sunday. Let me pause for time here. So we want to apply lessons from last year's field day and get a jump on things for field day 2004. So we'll have a kickoff meeting. It'll be announced sometime in early January. So stay tuned and listen in there. The band exploration net will again be somewhere on 80 meters tonight, 3.827 megahertz or thereabout. And finally, my next time doing the net is going to be Monday, but it's going to be Christmas Day Monday. So I'm looking for somebody who can fill in for me. I will hopefully be sharing with my family at one of my two sisters' houses. Certainly can't do the HF. Doubt I'll have the range on VHF to do it. Perhaps I can throw a beam together or something and give it a try, but it would be easier if somebody else could do it for me. Okay, that's it for the announcements I have. Do we have any officers, trustees, or club members in general? I should say with announcements in general. Go ahead now.
K8ZT.
Kilo 8 Zulu Tango. Good morning or good evening, Anthony. And before I turn it over to you, it looks like our textbook for next year has not been published yet. At least I cannot find it on Amazon. If you have more on that, let me know. What's up, Anthony?
Let's see, the textbook is available. I do have a link for it, so I'll send that to you. Just a reminder for the holiday dinner, if you could please go to the website and register so we have an idea of the number of the people attending, that'd be helpful. So just go to the website. Right on the top there's a green bar. Click on register for dinner, and you don't need to tell us what you're going to eat, just how many people are coming. The second item was I just wanted to congratulate, we have about at least six people so far from the class that have gotten their technician licenses, and some of them have already signed up for the general class. So again, go to the webpage, click on the link, and sign up for the general class, and you'll start getting information from the classroom fairly soon, even before the class starts. So if you're thinking about upgrading and want to take the general class, go ahead and sign up anytime now by clicking on the link on the website. And that's about it. That's KACT.
Very good, Anthony. And it was a great class we had, and I'm glad to see the results are coming to fruition. So excellent, excellent. All right, anybody else with any announcements? General interest to the club, go now. All right, here up. We'll go to check-ins then. WAPPV, the Cuyahoga Falls Amateur Radio Club, Monday Night Net. Looking for 5 check-ins. Give me your calls, please.
Alpha Charlie 8, X-Ray Oscar.
To Vince next. Yeah, I'm kind of thinking it's going to be a light night tonight. Do we have any more check-ins for the Cuyahoga Falls Amateur Radio Club Monday Night Net?
KE8YTG, in and out.
KE8YTG, very good. That's in and out. Next, Joe. I'm sorry, I doubled with whoever that was. Come again? Got you, YTG, you're in and out. Somebody else tried to check in, and I was on top of you. Come again.
I'll go Frank, K8PU.
Joe. K8PU, Larry, got you in there. And somebody, all I caught was Joe, so go ahead, please. All I caught was part of one syllable at the very end of something. The person said Joe. So if you could try to check in, that might have been the last syllable of your name or something.
I think that was KE8ULA. This is WO3X.
All right, John, I got you in there, O3X, and ULA, that's Leo. Oh, maybe that was O as in Leo. Not getting through for some reason, Leo. Try it again.
This is KE8ULA. This is Leo. I have no traffic tonight. KE8ULA.
Okay, we got you in and out then. Very good. Good hearing you, and hope everybody had a great Thanksgiving. Do we have any more check-ins? W8VPV.
K8KDI.
Ron, good, got you in there, and we'll get one more and go back and start processing these. Go ahead. Do we have any more check-ins?
KA8WTK.
All right, WTK, Bill, got you in there. All right, back to the top. Vince, you're up. Anything about a newsletter?
Anything about a newsletter? Well, it's that time of the month. Some people say it's that time of the month, so get your stuff in. Otherwise, you're going to have to read my articles that I write, and I don't think anybody wants to read them. But so be it. Back here at the home QTH, it's nothing more than let's get ready for Christmas and let's clean up the yard. And with 2 acres, it's a pain in the arse to clean up the yard. Back to you, Frank. This is Alpha Charlie 8 X-Ray Oscar.
Very good, Vince. Yeah, I have a yard like that, and it is a pain in the behind to clean up. but it does provide lots of anchor points for antennas, so everything is a matter of trade-offs there. Good hearing you in there. I do have one article that you should have already gotten from me, and I'm going to try to work on at least 2 more in the next day or two. Just a matter of getting down and dirty and trying to get it done. So thanks very much. Got you checked in. I hope you had a great Thanksgiving, and we'll catch you down the page. Next up, I think, is Larry. Go ahead, KPU.
Thank you, everybody on the net, and thanks to Vince for the job he does on the newsletter. It's bang up. So I guess we got all winter weather coming back at us again, and what to expect when it's almost the beginning of December. Well, Frank, good to see you at the meeting the other night. I hope you get the feeling better, and I can't do the 80 meters, so I'll have to catch everybody next week. So everybody keep warm, stay safe, and we'll see you next week on the nets and at the next meeting. Back to you, Frank. W8VPV, KPU.
All right, thanks, Larry. Yeah, I was isolated off in the corner at the meeting. I didn't want to share this with anybody. I was just coming down with it, and that was the right choice, because for the next day and a half I was a basket case, and you can still hear it in my voice now. I'm on the backside. So thanks very much, then. Let's see. Next up is John, WO3X.
Good evening, Frank, and all on the net. This is WO3X. You were mentioning about Field Day, and you had done a survey about Winter Field Day. How did that go?
I only got 5 people total who expressed interest in it. I'm going to have to look it up online. I've got the list stored electronically. One of the articles I'm doing for the newsletter is, again, a request for Field Day interest. And by probably around the 20th of December, maybe 10, 15 days after the newsletter publishes, I will put together a complete list and start sending email out to people and come up with a game plan, find out how we want to do it. Can we run 2 stations? Do we want to try to do a sideband station and maybe an FT8 at the same time? What kind of antennas do we use? That kind of thing. And also the logistics. Where do we do it? What do we use for restroom facility? This is probably the last year that facility we've used now will be available, because, of course, the city's going to tear that building down. So, yep, thank you very much. It will be in the newsletter, and we'll go from there.
Okay, very good. Thanks for running the net there, and I'll stand by in case your voice gives out. So back to the net. This is WO3X.
All right, I appreciate that, John, and I don't know what's going to happen December 25th. As I say, I did not get a chance to share Thanksgiving with anybody, so I definitely want to get with my family for Thanksgiving, and neither place has a station now. All right, let's see. Next up, KE8KVI. Ron, good evening. How you doing?
Too bad, Frank. You're sounding a little bit better. Yeah, it's been a busy day for me. I got my turntable working. I've been painstakingly cleaning albums and researching and trying trial versions of audio conversion software. Loads of fun.
Wow, very good. Well, enjoy. Have a good one, and I'll catch you down the page there. Maybe Wednesday I can get over and say hi. And yeah, I was still dehydrated Sunday. That's why that hand cramping was occurring. Or Saturday, I guess. All right, catch you down the page. Next up, Bill, KA8WTK. How you doing, and how's your Thanksgiving?
W8VPV, KA8WTK. Oh, we had a good Thanksgiving this year. We went down to Virginia, spent the week down in Williamsburg, Virginia, ate some of my son's excellent cooking. He cooks in the colonial style. There were 3 types of meat. All kinds of side dishes. It was a feast. We had a great time. Much better than last year. Last year I had what had you down this year, kind of a thing. We went down there. I was in a hotel room all over Thanksgiving, and even had to spend an extra day down in Virginia because I was too sick to drive home. And that's not
fun. So this year was much better. I hope you get to spend time with your family here at Christmas, nice and healthy. Other than that, not much going on. So back to you, W8VPV, KA8WTK.
Very good, Bill. Good hearing you in there, and hope I'm glad your Thanksgiving was good, and hope you have a great Christmas. And if I don't see you before then, I hope to catch you soon, early in 2024. It's been too long since I've seen you. All right, I'm at the bottom of the page. I'm looking for 5 more check-ins, please. Go ahead.
KA8BSA.
KA8BSA, Keith? I saw you at the meeting, and then I didn't see you at the meeting, and you showed up online, so I'm kind of curious there. Let me get some more here, and I'll get right back to you, Keith. Next check-in.
K8HMS.
K8HMS. Steve of the Valley. Stand by, Steve. Next check-in, please.
Kilo Echo 8, Victor, Quebec X-Ray.
KE8VQX. I should be able to associate a name with that call, and I can't. First name, please.
Name here is Joe. Juliet Oscar Echo.
I will eventually make that association, Joe. Next, please. Next call.
November 8, Bravo Alpha Yankee. Ralph in Stowe, in and out.
All right, got you, Ralph. Appreciate stopping by. Next check-in, please.
Whiskey Delta 8, Mike Juliet Sierra.
MJS, I know that one. You're involved with the Cuyahoga Falls Historical Society. I think I can't pull your name.
Ken, Kilo Echo Nancy.
That's right. I'm sorry, Ken. I've been sick for the last couple of days, and it's been rough. All right, I got a couple here. Let me walk through these check-ins. We'll head back to the top. Keith, KA8BSA. How you doing, sir?
Oh, not too bad. You are sounding better. It's from Wednesday when I stopped by real quick. Yeah, I dropped off a patch to Anthony for the Jamboree on the Air. I ordered him a patch since he was there with us, and I had to run back home. Got a couple sickies in the house that's taken care of, and had to get dinner and such. So that's why I dropped and dashed. Sitting here getting the Christmas lights running. Feel free, anyone, to stop by. You can look me up in the QRZ. I dropped off a couple cards there at the meeting, and Christmas lights run from 5:30 in the evening until 10:30 until January 3rd on every day. All right, that's all I had, Frank. Back to you, KA8BSA.
Very good, Keith. Well, it was good seeing you, and have a very good one. I don't know if we'll see you at the Christmas dinner or not, but in any case, take care and have a real good holiday season, and hope to catch you early next year. And we'll have to get together and start talking about Field Day again. Next up, Steve, K8HMS. Go ahead, sir.
Yeah, WAVPV and that, K8HMS. Before I ramble on, I'm on the 440 side. You got a copy on me?
A little bit of noise, but loud and clear. Fully readable. Go ahead.
Sounds good. Well, hi, Frank. I know you were kind of under the weather, but I hope you get feeling better. And not so much going there. You know, one of the things, busy doing nothing, I guess. Hi. And played with the DX contest a little this weekend. And sorry I missed a couple meetings on presentation that was there. I would have liked to see. That's about it, and I will HMS.
All right, got most of that, Steve. You started breaking up in there, and I lost maybe the last sentence or so, but appreciate you stopping in there anyway, and you also have a great set of holidays and hope to see you early next year. Also, think about operating in winter field day, just like summer field day, only colder. Give me a call if you're interested, or look for it in a newsletter. All right, next up, Joe, KE8VQX. Go ahead, sir.
W8VPV, this is KE8VQX. Hi, Frank. Sounded a little bit rough there, man, but hopefully you're on the mend. Sounds like you might be. Just playing around with a new ID 5100 here. Hopefully I got it dialed in. Anyway, it's been a while since I've been on the net, and just happy to be here. So with that, W8VPV, this is KE8VQX, back to net control.
Very good, Joe. Radio sounds absolutely crystal clear. No noise, locked in 100%, and good audio. So you're set up very well there. Good hearing in there. Likewise, yeah, as far as this, I'm feeling great now. I've gotten so much sleep, I can't sleep anymore. It's just residual lung and voice from all the coughing and everything like that. Taking some decongestants, and so far the voice is holding. So I feel great. I just sound miserable. Kind of the opposite of the other day. I was sounding okay, but feeling miserable. Thanks, Joe. Appreciate it. We'll talk to you later. Down the page. Let's see here. Ralph, you were in and out. WD8 MJS. Ken, go ahead, sir.
Yeah, I'll keep this one short. I've got that WGA also, so not going to do a whole lot. It's a good time to sit around, though, and work on genealogy and that kind of stuff. Certainly can't do anything physical at this point. So, WAVPV, WD8MJS, back to the net.
Very good, Ken. Always good hearing you in there. Don't be a stranger. There's somebody here every Monday night, and about the every fourth Monday I'm in here doing it. So appreciate talking to you. All right, I'm at the bottom of the page. So this is W8VPV, the Cuyahoga Falls Amateur Radio Club Monday Night Net, looking for 5 more check-ins. Call sign only.
E8ZDA.
A KE8ZDA. That's got to be one of those new call signs. I don't know the name. Go ahead.
Kilo Echo 8 Zulu Delta Alpha. John in Burton. Good to talk to you.
Well, John, welcome to the net, and congratulations on the new call sign and the new ham radio call. Let me go ahead and work you right now. I'll start taking people one by one. Welcome to the net. We do this net every Monday night, starting about 8:30 after Amateur Radio Newsline at 8:01. And we also, you're probably a technician as a new licensee. We also do a general net, or a net that includes some frequencies that generals only can do, starting at 9:30. And we hope one of these days to hear you up there. Were you part of the ham radio class we just wrapped up?
Yeah, actually, I did the class. I didn't do a class, but I took my test in Chardon, and I do have my general license, and I'm going for my amateur extra this Saturday. Over.
Wow. Well, I stand here humbled. Congratulations. That is awesome, and good luck on the extra. That's a... well, that just opens the whole band for you there. Love to see you involved in our club if you would like to. As I say, we're doing a lot of antenna-related projects next year, and in the past we've prided ourselves as being a very technically oriented club. Some people, that can get kind of boring, but I think we do stay on the tech side of some areas, so you might very well enjoy this. But welcome to the net, and good hearing in. Don't be a stranger down the page. Anything else for everybody?
John, where's your where are you guys located at? Where do you work out of?
Okay, this is the Cuyahoga Falls Amateur Radio Club. We meet 2 Wednesdays, the second and fourth Wednesday a month at the Pilgrim United Church of Christ in downtown Cuyahoga Falls. But almost all the meetings are Zoomed, and you can go to our club calendar. It's at cfarc.org, and it'll show up on the right-hand side, and you'll find an announcement of the upcoming meeting, generally the topic, and a Zoom link. And all you have to do is click on that link, and bingo, you can join the meeting and participate interactively. So I look forward to seeing you there. We are done with our meetings this year, and I should throw in this clarification. We will have no more meetings in December, except our Christmas party, which is on the 6th of December. But meetings will resume starting January, and they're typically the second and the fourth meetings of the month. So very good. Good luck. Hope to see you, if not in person, in the Zoom portion of the meeting. And as they say, we're going to try to keep some technical issues going this year. So, anything else?
You said that was cfarc.org?
QSL, that's correct.
Great. KE8ZDA, great talking with you. 73, back to net.
All right, John, good hearing you back. You're in there. As I say, somebody's here every Monday at 8 p.m. or 8:30 or so. All right, do we have any more check-ins? This is W8VPV.
November Tango 8 Delta.
I think I heard November Tango NT8 Delta. Go ahead if I got that correct. What's the first name, please?
Roger, that's correct. November Tango 8 Delta. Dave, located in Copley. Just came back from the Falls. Had a rehearsal over at the Quirk Center there. And the timing worked out really great. Got home, poured myself an adult beverage, turned on the radio, and found the net.
Very good, Dave. Well, good hearing you in there. I like the call sign. First time I've run into an NT prefix, so very good there. And as always, if you heard the comment earlier to John, you're certainly invited to our meetings either in person or Zoom. But good hearing you in there. Anything for the net tonight?
Nothing new. I hope everybody had a good Thanksgiving holiday. It's nice to know the net goes at about 8:30. I do a rehearsal with a big band out there at the Quirk Center in the Falls, and we get done right about 8 o'clock, which puts me home just about 8:30. So I'll try to tune in, listen to the Newsline mobile, and check in with you guys on a Monday night. Friends with John, WO3X, who I think is a member of your group out there. So, pleasure to make your acquaintance, and thanks for checking me into the net, NTAD.
Very good, Dave. Well, as I say, don't be a stranger. There's somebody here every Monday night, and it sounds like the timing is just about works out for you. And yeah, WO3X, John has been a long-term club member and runs this net several Mondays a week, I should say. So you'll definitely hear him in there also. All right, looking for more check-ins. This is W8VPV.
W8KL. This is Kilo 8 Bravo India K8BI, Bill in Cuyahoga Falls.
Okay, I got two people there. I think I heard W8KL. I think that was Ken, and W8BI, and that was Bill. Do we have any other check-ins?
Whiskey Golf Delta, in and out.
I got KE8WGD. I should know. Give me your name, please. I'm sorry. I've talked with you before. I just can't pull the name today.
KE8WGG. Greg from Cuyahoga Falls.
Greg. I should remember that. All right, I got three here. Let me work these three. W8KL. Go ahead, Ken.
Yeah, good evening, Frank. Sorry to hear that you're under the weather a bit. W8KL, name's Ken, for anybody who doesn't know me. Did want to get back with you on something. I mentioned that I ran into a gentleman in September who thought that he could provide the lost slides that Roger Milford took, but he never called me back. I wanted to let you know that. He took my phone number and I did not get his. I believe he's married to Roger's daughter, but I'm not sure. And as far as that leakage goes, Frank, that I had, there was a pop bottle by the intake vent. Some soda must have came through the intake vent and down in the basement. It was one of those unsolved mysteries. So that was it for that. And I'm submitting some cards to the ARRL, QSL cards, and for DXCC purposes, and have been working on DXCC challenge, DXCC challenge points, and band points, and any new countries, and several of them are on the air now that come along that are worth trying to get a contact with. So that's how things are going. Back to you, Frank, and hope you have happy holidays. W8VPV, W8KL.
Thanks, Ken. While I sound pretty bad, I was feeling bad earlier this week, let's say Wednesday through Saturday or so, really under the weather. And now it's just a matter of recovery. I'm still hacking and wheezing a lot, and that's doing a rough number on my voice box. And, of course, running the net hasn't helped either. But I feel good at least, so for whatever that's worth. But good hearing you in there, Ken. Hope you did have a good holiday or a good Thanksgiving. Hope you will have a good Christmas, and you hit those DX rarities as they show up. That's what really hits it home in this hobby. Thanks again. Appreciate the check-in. Maybe we'll see you at the Christmas party. Next up is Bill, I think it's K8NABI. Go ahead, Bill.
You kind of ran through all three of the letters there. W that's down there in the club in Dayton. It's Kilo 8 Bravo India. Good evening, everybody. I don't really have any news to report other than to wish everybody happy holidays, I guess belated Thanksgiving. And sorry to hear you well, good to hear you're recovering. Sorry to hear you had something there, Frank. I'm glad you're feeling better from the sound of things. And hope everyone has a good week. And that's about it from Cuyahoga Falls. This is K8BI.
Good hearing you in there, Bill. That's why I missed the last 2 Mondays lunch at Rockneys and last Friday's lunch at Ray's. So just one of those colds that set in, and I could not shake it, and I didn't want to share it, and timing was miserable. I missed Thanksgiving with the family, but I got lots of leftovers. They dropped those off for me. Well, very good then, Bill. Good hearing you in there. Hope to catch you at lunch or one of these days, and hope you had a very good Thanksgiving also. Back to you. Well, let's see here. All right, that's it. I do have one more at the bottom of the list. That's all I have. Anything more, Bill?
No, that was pretty much it. Yeah, good to hear you got lots of leftovers. It always tastes pretty good. Hope you feel better soon. I've been kind of on and off for getting the lunch meetings myself. I've been working on my own recovery with getting my back working again and doctor's appointments and all that kind of stuff, and I'm pretty much back to normal now. Anyways, take care easy, and everyone have a great evening, great week ahead. W8VPV, this is K8BI.
Good hearing you in there, Bill. Thanks again. All right, Greg, KE8WGD. Go ahead, sir.
Whiskey 8, Victor Papa Victory. Kilo Echo 8, Whiskey Golf Delta. Don't really have any traffic tonight. I'm just glad to hear everybody. Sorry you're under the weather. Hope you get better soon. And 73, back in that.
Great, very good, Greg. Good hearing you in there, and I will eventually associate names and call signs. My brain just isn't fully up to speed tonight. All right, I'm at the bottom of the list. Let's see who else is out there. This is W8VPV, the Cuyahoga Falls Amateur Radio Club Monday night VHF UHF net. Anybody wishing to check in, please come now. All right. right. I thought I heard somebody breaking in, but probably on the UHF side. But didn't you? Right? We're not able to hold the repeater. Give it another try.
Frank.
Was that you, Steve? If so, you're in a bad spot. I don't know where to tell you to move, but earlier when you started talking, you were doing great when you first checked in, and then you really got shaky. So find a spot, give me a shout, and then stay exactly where you are, and I'll tell you whether that's good or bad. Okay, that's not a good place to be. You're barely coming through the repeater. Try moving a little bit, try it again.
Don't know what to do. There's a 930 net, 930 net.
I think all I heard was 930 net, 930 net. It is somewhere around 28, I'm sorry, it's going to be 80 meters, 3.827 or thereabouts. Band was packed when I looked a little bit ago, so I'll have to check here in just a minute or two, but I will announce it on the repeater.
QSL.
Okay, I got that QSL. Anybody else? Any more check-ins? Otherwise, I'll go through the announcements again.
Tango, Quebec, Romeo, KE8TQR, keep the news down.
I heard, I think, TQR in there, but you're really breaking up. Go ahead with the prefix and the name again, please.
Kilo, Echo, 8, Tango, Quebec, Romeo, KE8TQR, keep the news down.
All right, Keith, good hearing you in there. I got your call. We're taking them one by one, so what do you have for the net tonight?
W8VPV, KE8TQR. Good talking to you tonight, Frank. Glad to hear that you're on the mend. Thanks for running the net tonight. I know you're not 100%, and it's good to hear everybody else. I won't keep you, because I think you're about at the end of this here net, so I just want to wish everyone a great rest of your week. Hope everyone stays safe and tries to stay warm since we got this cold front coming in. And with that, I'll just send it back to you, Frank. W8VPV, this is KE8TQR saying 73, everyone.
Thank you very much, Keith. A good, clear signal that last time around, so whatever changed is working real good then. All right, do we have any other check-ins? This is W8VPV.
KE8YIR, Mark, just in and out.
All right, we got you in and out, Mark. Appreciate stopping by. Don't be a stranger. Do we have any other check-ins? All right, let me run through the announcements real quick, and then we'll do one more call for check-ins, and we'll get out of here. Make an announcement about the 80-meter net tonight. With the season coming to a close, there's but one remaining club event, and that's our Christmas dinner. It'll be held at the New Era Cafe, 10 Maslin Road, Akron, Ohio, 44312. The date is Wednesday, December 6th. Socializing starts about 6 p.m. with dinner ordered from the menu around 6:30, 6:45, something like that. At the completion of dinner, we expect the presentation to start. That'll be around 7:30, 7:45, something like that. The speaker will be Dr. Max Grubb. He's a YSU professor and resident of Silver Lake. His topic will be the history of radio broadcast operations with a focus on the Akron area. So you'll hear a lot about what broadcasting was like in the history of radio in this area. There is a place to register for this dinner. It's on our webpage, cfarc.org. It's right at the top of the web page. There's a bar there. Just click on that, and I think you just put your name and call in and maybe total number of people, and that's really all there is to it. But we appreciate your registration so we know roughly how many people the restaurant has to provide for. All right, looking ahead, there are plans to de-emphasize our business meetings and emphasize activity meetings and events. Excuse me. That one. We're lining up a bunch of technical programs focusing on antennas, and there will be several hands-on antenna build projects this year. So you're going to want to stay tuned for that. The first will probably be an end-fed antenna project, including winding your own toroid and putting it in a box. We'll also have a topic on what is impedance and what are we trying to do when we keep talking about matching impedance. Why is this so important and why is it so tough, and what are the factors we need to look at? Other topics planned include understanding VNAs, some antenna modeling coming down the page, I should say, a scary look at scary antenna impedance from a new perspective, and lots more technical issues. So stay tuned for some exciting meetings coming up this year. We don't have any more ham exams for the year. They start in January next year for us. If you need one between now and then, you can go to the ARRL webpage and find a local test site. We have an online Zoom class for the general exam starting January 14th, 2024. And we're also going to have an announcement for a field day kickoff meeting in early January. And likewise, we're also going to try to do winter field day this January. And all of which there'll be an article and newsletter on that. So got a lot of excitement planned for this year. All right, finally, we have a band exploration net tonight on 80 meters. It'll be at 3.827 megahertz or thereabouts, and right now 3827 is busy, so we're going to find a spot, and I'll announce it on the repeater here in just a few minutes. But do we have any last check-ins? All right, hearing none, I'm going to go ahead and get this meeting wrapped up here. Let me count something here. All right, let's see here. In preparing to close this net, I'd like to thank each and every one of you who took the time to join us and check in tonight. Without your participation, there would be no net. This has been Frank, W8EZT, and it's been my pleasure to host this evening's net. At this time, I'll close the net with 21 check-ins, myself included, and return the repeater to normal and customary amateur radio use. This is Whiskey 8 Victor Papa Victor closing the net at 9:14 p.m. local time. 73 everyone, and stand by. I'm going to try to find an open frequency on 80 meters for our band exploration net.
W8VPV. Repeater.
All right, this is W8VPV, the Cuyahoga Falls Amateur Radio Club, looking at the 80-meter band spectrum at this point. It looks like 3831, 3.831 megahertz is open. We'll have to check back in about 10 minutes when the net starts, but right now it appears to be wide open.
Today, but I did talk to him yesterday, and he said he wasn't plumb done, but he was working, and he still had a few.
Well, yeah, I don't like to see NFL pitching for CW. I don't think it's worth a damn. Well, I don't think there are any out there, period, that can cut the handset. We did a real nice weekend.
The Santa Stairs home run for the homeless went well. The weather was real nice, and nobody got injured or anything like that, so that was good. And Artie sent out a follow-up message thanking us all, and it said that everybody that was on the list will be on the list next year. But I was talking with...
Hey, you never know. You may come up with...
Look at Uncle Paulie!
Yep, crazy on it, baby. Don't tell him that, man.
He's getting a dong in his can?
Oh, no.
They lubricate it, though.
A lubricated dong up your can?
Well, I wouldn't want that up my keister.
Oh, no, not me.
That would be horrible, but it does sound like something they do to it.
It does.
My wife and I went to Washington, Pennsylvania.
Oh, sister. Once you get something you like, make sure you mark it down so you remember it.
Oh, whenever you jam, you gotta have a tape recorder handy.
Oh, yeah. To the range and had a real good practice session there. And started off real bad and ended up at the end real good. So that was a good visit there. So with that, back to the net. This is WO3S.
Very good. Week and weekend, especially with family and the holidays, because this country, we're so spread out that, it's rare when we get together with our families. So, very good, Ben. And, of course, good hearing you in there. Appreciate it. You might be my sole check-in tonight, so at least I've got two, myself included. So we'll see if we can't build on that, John. But good seeing you. Hope to catch you at the Christmas dinner. And, I'll sit down and I want to talk antennas with you. Help me come up with some plans for what we can do next year as club projects. All right, this is W8VPV looking for check-ins. We'll take them one at a time here.
Kilo Echo 8 Yankee Tango Golf.
WPK.
Okay, I got two people in there. I got KE8YTG, and I will get back to you. And I had KA8WT. Now I'm stumbling it. Bill Ramsey.
WPK.
Let me see if there are any other check-ins, and we'll go ahead and go back and work you guys. Do we have any other check-ins? All right, hearing nothing, let me kind of climb back up there. I think it was KE8YTG, and I didn't get the name.
Roger, this is KE8YTG. Steve from Stowe. I just wanted to say that I appreciate your extra effort to run the net tonight, Frank, and I'm sorry you were ill over the holidays. We have Christmas coming up pretty soon, so hopefully you could make up with the family during that period of time. I'm glad to have all the leaves down and put away for the year. That's quite a task for me. But like you said during the VHF, it leaves us some more anchors for our antennas, doesn't it? Okay, well, I'm going to be back to you. Again, thank you for running the net, Frank. And this is Kilo Echo 8 Yankee Tango Golf. Over back to the net. Out.
Very good, Steve. Excellent audio coming in there. That's contest level audio and good signal out of Stowe, so you got a good 80 meter setup going there. But yeah, pretty much nature tells you you're done with the leaves when they're frozen to the ground or frozen in the gutter. You're done whether you want to be or not. So good hearing you in there, and yeah, don't be a stranger. KA8WTK, Bill. I don't know why I was fumbling that. It's just one of those after illness days. Go ahead, Bill.
Yeah, W8VPV, KA8WTK. And your brain's still foggy from the cold, Frank. Don't worry about it. I was several days recovering after not just Thanksgiving, but the one last year when I had to delay coming home a day even. It was really bizarre. Anyway, leaves frozen to the ground. Yeah. I need one good day between now and Monday to get the last of the leaves out of here. And then they're done for the year. got all the railroad stuff stowed away, and just the leaves to go, and way up the front. Some of the patio furniture, get it under cover, and some of the garden anyway. So we can full board decorating. Put the tree up today. We do 2 days worth of decorating, so we'll finish that up tomorrow. And I got outside lights put out before we went away from Thanksgiving, which is good. I got to do that. Still, there's an awful lot to do because they're just hibernating. Not yet. Hibernate in January, if I'm lucky. So that's about it from here. And this is the US 930 again that I've been working on all that time. I hope it sounds pretty good. I had the final tune-up thing on it was I had Margaret listen to it on another radio with headphones on, and I said, wave when it sounds like me. Started waving her hand, and that's right. Okay, good news. Go back to WATTV. Hey, WTK.
Very good, Bill. Sounds pretty good. Audio is very clear. It's kind of, I'm trying to come up with how to describe this. Not a throbbing or a pulsing, but maybe a nonlinear response to audio. When the soft parts of your speech drop below a certain level, they non-linearly get clipped off. But as the audio climbs back up, then suddenly it jumps right back in. And so it was kind of hard to follow some of that just because of the way it was. I seem to be losing the soft vowels and the soft tones in your speech. But other than that, the part where you're loud, the audio is awesome. It really sounds good. So, yeah, as far as this year, who knows what we're going to see. I guess the last I heard, we're going to have another major El Nino event, and for this part of the Northwest, they're actually or Northeast, they're actually talking dry and drier than normal, and I think a little bit warmer than normal, though you wouldn't believe it tonight. But I don't know. Anything else for the net?
No, Frank, I can't think of anything. One thing, I don't run any processing on this right now, so that may be why the bottoms are dropping off. Okay, that's about it. WTK.
Very good, Bill. It's always, I always love sitting here on a cold, snowy night with the mic down and throwing the signal out. I don't know, it's just some of the mystique of radio, I guess, kind of the way I grew up around my dad. But kind of a neat thing in the winter, especially. All right, Bill, have a good one in there. I'm going to put out a shout and see who else is out there and wrap this thing up and maybe heat up some more turkey leftovers and get to bed. Hope to catch you down the page. Maybe you and Margaret can join us at Christmas dinner. All right, this is WAVPV, the Cuyahoga Falls Amateur Radio Club. Looking for any check-ins. Go ahead now. None heard. One final time for the announcements, and we'll wrap this up. As the season concludes, all of our club activities for this year are done with the exception of the Christmas party. That's at the New Era Cafe, 10 Maslin Road, Akron, Ohio, on Wednesday, December 6th. Socializing will start about 6. Orders from the menu will be done by around 6:30. At the completion of dinner, somewhere around 7:30, 7:45. We'll have a speaker, Max Grubb, YSU professor and local Silver Lake resident, and his topic will be the history of broadcast radio operation with a focus on the Akron area. What happened to radio in the Akron area during that period of time? As far as the club looking ahead next year, there are plans to de-emphasize discipline and emphasize activity meetings and activity events. We're lining up a bunch of musical programs focusing on antennas, and there'll be several hands-on build projects this year. The first being probably an NFET antenna project as early as February. Other topics will touch on antenna modeling, understanding and using of DNA, look at the ever-scary antenna impedance topic from a different perspective, take some of the spookiness out of it, and try to put some sense to SWR. As far as ham exams, we're done for the year. We'll start with our ham testing next year in January again. We have an online Zoom class for general classes starting January 14th, 2024. And applying lessons from last year's field day, we want to get a jump start on things for field day 2024. Stay tuned for a kickoff meeting, probably to be announced sometime in early January, so we can start planning things out there. And that's really about it. And I do need a net control operator for the 25th of December, Christmas evening. I will be with my family. I sure miss things now as Thanksgiving. And I'll need somebody to sit there and handle the HF part, which will be this net right here. So let me know if you think you can do it. All right, that's all I've got then. Any last check-ins? Otherwise, we'll wrap this up, shut the rig down, and go attack the turkey leftovers. All right, in preparing to close this net, I'd like to thank all of you who took the time to join us and check in tonight. Without your participation, there would be no net. This has been Frank, W8EZT. It's been my privilege to host this evening's net. At this time, I'll close the net with 4 check-ins, myself included, and return this frequency to normal and customary amateur radio use. This is Whiskey 8 Victor Papa Victor closing the net at 9:47 p.m. 73, everyone. Have a great evening.
Hey, Frank, Kate HMS.
Hey, gotcha, Steve. What's happening?
Not much. Wow, just happened to get away from the radio and looked at that. Oh, my gosh. It's past 9:30, so anyway, wanted to jump in, give you another one for the net. Hope you get feeling better. And like I mentioned on the UHF net, I will see you at the Christmas party, Lord willing, and Creek don't rise.
Very good. I certainly look forward to seeing you, Steve. And hey, you got a booming signal up over the edge of the valley tonight. You're coming in like gangbusters.
Yeah, you too, Frank. Yeah, you got a real heck of a good signal. Well, just my old 60-foot long wires are doing the job, huh?
Hey, that's one of those magic things about antennas. And as I think it's Anthony who says, any antenna is better than no antenna.
Yes, that's for sure. That's for sure. Yeah, this thing's doing pretty good for me. And, yeah, and I was just down 20 meters right into that. We've gone down there. I can barely hear him a little bit, but yeah, I haven't been doing very good. Enough to keep me busy and try to keep me out of trouble. So, yeah, I'm sorry you weren't feeling good there at Thanksgiving. But at least the siblings there got you some leftovers, and you know we don't do anything for Thanksgiving. We got nobody here, so the American Legion I belong to down on Front Street, they always have some turkey and stuff down there, so that's where we went and had some turkey.
Very good, very good. Yeah, my family was coming in from Columbus and Florida, and the Columbus end came down with COVID 3 days before, so that was out, and then I came down with this, so there was a lot of extra food that people planned for that didn't get it, so my sister Bobby ran over a large container of turkey and dressing and some mashed potatoes and root vegetables and some ham and put it over by the side door. So that's been lunch and dinner and probably going to be lunch tomorrow. But all right, very good. Steve, you're sounding great. I look forward to seeing you at the Christmas dinner. And in the meantime, stay warm. It's supposed to get a little nippy tonight, but I think we're going to recover in the next couple of days pretty well. So maybe if those reliefs thin out, I can go after them again. Good hearing you in there, Steve, and we'll catch you down the page. This is W8DPV. I think I already closed the net, but now I have to amend it and say with 5 check-ins, myself included. Thanks to Steve. Are there any last check-ins? Otherwise, we'll wrap this up, pull the plug, and go.
Yeah, 73, Frank. Thanks.
All right, thanks, Steve. Okay, this has been W8VPV, the Cuyahoga Falls Amateur Radio Club, our band exploration net, designed, among other things, to make sure that we get our radios off HF, UHF, and keep them busy on HF every now and then. All right, I'm going to wrap this up then. It's been my pleasure hosting tonight's net. We're going to close the net really this time at 8:51 with local time with 5 check-ins, myself included, 73, and have a happy holidays, everybody. W8VPV clear.
Yeah, 951 WO3X.
Thank you. Couldn't see my computer. I just guessed at the time. 9:51. Thanks, John. Bye-bye. We're clear.
Oh, sure, John. You have to correct the poor guy.